What's up, everybody? It's Shamil. Coming to you from the Small Fry Show. On tonight's video, I want to talk about an experience I had last week. But before we get too deep in this thing, you already know what I need you to do. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to come join the family. Also, the views and topics expressed in these videos are mine and mine only. They do not represent the company that I work for. I am not a spokesperson for said company. Now that we got that out the way, everybody's doing? Hope you're doing good. I know it's been a while. I'm still here, still kicking, still doing my thing. We leaving Lansing, Michigan up here, heading back to Columbus. But what I want to talk about is something that has never really been an issue until now. And it's not an issue, but something that I guess I never thought about because it was a part of my world for a little over 14 years. Until I came here at Old Dominion and started driving a single axle day cab every day. And that is going back to a sleeper truck. Last week I drove a sleeper truck for 2 days. And the reason I drove this truck is I will be training someone soon, someone who is from the Doctor Driver program. I am a certified trainer, so I wanted to get back out there because it had been so long. Whoa, rough tracks. Since it had been so long since I had driven one. And the reason that it may come up that I need to drive one is that there's an air ride passenger seat in the sleeper / team trucks. There's a few open in Columbus, so I was able to get one out. These day cabs, they have a bench seat on the passenger side, and that bench seat is super uncomfortable. It beats you up. It's not something you want to spend a lot of time on, trying to be alert and paying attention and training someone. So I took it out 2 days in a row. Now, one big thing I noticed immediately was hooking up to a dolly and backing the dolly up to your tail trailer. You lose that sight out your back window. Even though I just used the back window to back up to the dolly initially, I don't use it to back up to my tail trailer. But you know, having that sleeper there, you lost that sight right there. That was one of the first things I noticed. Getting on the highway off of Allen Creek, how I normally go, there's I make a left and I make a right to get down on the highway. Well, I have to yield to traffic coming around the ramp. And that was the second thing that I noticed was I lost that sight out of that back window. I'm able to look out that back window and see if there's any traffic coming around that ramp. I lost that. That was a huge blind spot. So then I had to go back to relying on the hood mirrors. Now, let's put all this in perspective. It's been over 3 years since I had, well, not over 3, right around 3 years since I had been in a sleeper truck. Now, what on the opposite end, coming from being OTR to this, it was an adjustment coming from a sleeper to a single axle day cab. I had that same adjustment. So, it was more of a challenge for me. I didn't want to go into training someone blind on something that I haven't even did. So that was a chance for me to refresh it and freshen up on what to expect. Now I will say that sleeper truck, it pulled a lot better one. It had like 800 some thousand miles on it. Had a Detroit in it. And that thing pulled good, and it rode a lot better than these day cabs. It rode so much better that I was thoroughly impressed to say, whoa, this is a big difference. Than that day cab. So I did my normal run, came back. I said the first day, I said, okay, well, I'm gonna take it again. Another thing that I noticed, the turning radius was different. A little longer than these, but the turning radius was different. And I've done a video on, man, they got the bright lights on. I've done a video on the sleeper trucks that we had. I'll have to go back, dig it up, and re-share it, the interior and the exterior. This was a Freightliner Cascadia. Back when I first started, we had a Volvo sleeper truck floating around. I haven't seen that thing in a long time, so I'm pretty sure that they got rid of it. Or it went to another terminal. You know, those team trucks racked up the miles pretty quick. But I grew to enjoy it. I grew to like it. To as much as I was like, man, I wouldn't mind, you know, being assigned one of these. That's how much it was a pleasure. But when you don't use that on a daily, and then you have to, it's kind of a shock to the system. So it was good to get that you know, open that door back up for myself. Not that it's not that I felt like I couldn't do it or anything like that, but it was nice because I hadn't done it, you know, in so long. So therefore, you're forced to go back and rely on your mirrors and, you know, double check the blind spots, stuff to where having a single axle day cab and two windows in the back of the cab kind of, you know, it gives you that advantage that they be gone one day. Because like my terminal, they're short on tractors right now. Between tractors being down, other terminals coming in doing swaps, and you know, extra more trucks. So it may come a time to where you have never driven a sleeper truck. If you're from the doctor driver program, or you know, all you've ever done is drive a day cab, it may come to where you gotta drive one of these sleeper trucks. And there's a difference. So I encourage everybody, if you have the chance, and it's been a while, try to get one. Get out there and see it, you know, experience it. And it was good for me. Like I said, I was like, man, I wouldn't, they can assign me one of these bad boys. I'd be cool with that. That's how good of a ride it was. Getting into the fuel tanks were kind of different, especially on the passenger side, because it was set forward a little bit, and you had the rack for your tire change right there. So you kind of had to maneuver around that. Also, that I noticed that when you're hooked to your lead trailer, the fifth wheel sits different. So the bulkhead of the lead trailer is closer to the back of the cab, which is just fuel mileage. The more you can cut down on that wind gap, the better fuel mileage you'll get. So that's what that was. But it used a little more fuel than my normal tractor. I didn't check the weight to see how much heavier it was. I guess I could do that and make another video as far as that versus a day cab. But it's something that you don't see a lot of at my terminal. So a lot of the guys that were seeing me was like, hey man, what are you doing? You know, you driving a team truck, what's going on? You know, they didn't know what to think. So I figured I'd get on here and hop on here and make a video about that. It was a good experience, and it's an experience that I'm looking forward to sharing with a student and someone who I could pass on this knowledge to. I'm looking forward to that. So we will still take the day cab, but I'm going to give them a day or two of that sleeper truck to have that experience while they have someone with them. You know, an apprentice can go through that and learn while you got somebody to kind of guide you there. I'll be there to guide them and help them and give them pointers, things like that, which will be good to translate, you know, for their driving career that they're getting ready to embark on. So I just want to hop on there real quick and make this video, and yeah. So as always, make sure you're riding to your pickup and your delivery on time and safely. Call your loved ones, tell them you love them. Love on somebody today. But most importantly, be the reason that somebody smiles today. The world needs it now more than ever.